everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm really excited to film this because today is the day that I'm gonna do a, not smudge proof because I think that's lying, but a mask friendly makeup. And I'm just gonna show a few little tips that I've learned to help makeup stay on longer underneath a mask. And you might be wondering, why would you need to wear my makeup underneath a mask? This is only for the people who are potentially wanting to go out for dinner and they got to put a mask on before they go and get there, but they want to look nice, whether it's a date or like a girl date or a man date. Something that helps make you feel nice, because at the moment, all of the rules and the masks and everything are really annoying now, so this might bring a little bit of light. Main things you want to look for in this sort of makeup is the longevity words that are printed on the bottles or on the product container itself. Anything that's like 24/7 hour wear, all day wear, longevity, those sort of things. They're the sort of products you need. Without further ado, I'm going to jump into the video. Oh, the leaves are falling down. Very windy today, so I'm sorry if you hear a lot of wind. And someone's decided that they wanted to mow their lawn when I'm going to film. But that's okay, that is life. So one of the secrets to longevity is primer and creating layers with your makeup. And I know that sounds a bit funny because you think, well, surely the more you put on, the more it's going to transfer. If you layer up well, but lightly, then yes, it's good and it stays. I've got the Pure Canvas Primer by Mercier, and this is the pink one. This is really nice for people with oily skin or you know, when it gets a bit humid inside a mask. Well, this will help. So I'm not going for anything dewy today because dewiness just doesn't stay. That's sad, but true. And this is gonna go pretty much everywhere, mainly on my T-zone. Obviously the places where the mask actually touches your face, so this region. But this is so nice, this primer. It's so smoothing. It gets rid of your pores. It does a little bit of mattifying. See, that's just taken the shine out of my T-zone there already. But yeah, I'm not putting a lot on. Step 2 is going for a foundation, like I said before, that has longevity properties to it. So, you know how much I love this foundation? And it's the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. Look how little I have left. And then I have another one in a warmer shade. This is a bit more yellow, so I like mixing them together just to get a nice tone. Yeah, so this is a 24-hour wear foundation, and it's something that sets. So anything that is gonna self-set, basically, something that you could almost wear without powder, would be a good foundation for this. So I've got the Urban Decay Optical blurring brush as well. And normally I would use a sponge because I like the effect of a sponge, but I really want to work this into my skin. So that is why I'm going to use a brush instead of laying the product on top, if you get me. I'm going to mix it with my little spatula. This is a Kryolan makeup spatula. I love it because you can just make stuff with it. Go figure. So yeah, I'm just going to buff this onto my skin. And I'm not putting loads on at once, I'm just doing what I need to. I haven't put makeup on in so long. Actually missed it quite a lot, to be honest. Oh, I'm so sorry about the lawnmower. I can hear that. That must be really frustrating. There's that gap where the mask has a hole as well, so you can always put a little bit more in that bit. Okay, so next I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to take my soap brows, which is one of my favourite things ever. And this obviously doesn't matter because it doesn't touch your mask, but this is a very long wearing product. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay setting spray and just spray it inside there. Oh, this is so exciting. I haven't used this in so long. My brows have still got the dye in them from when Eloise did my brows, and I love them so much. It makes it so easy. Just let them dry a sec. And then as always, I've got my Urban Decay brow blade, but I'm just using the pencil side just to trace a little bit underneath the eyebrow. just to create a little bit more shape in the brows and fill in anything that's a little bit sparse. Onto eyes. Obviously you can go as minimal or as extreme as you want. It's quite nice maybe if you've got your face covered up. You can make your eyes pop a bit more, for sure. So I would always start with an eye primer, and I'm going to use the Urban Decay. God, all I've used is Urban Decay so far. I'm really sorry, but I do like the products, so there we are. The original primer, and this is actually going to go on top and underneath my eyes, because this helps with creasing and when you put concealer on as well, to stop it smudging so much, especially when your mask might run up and rub. My head is tiny, so these masks literally like cover like the whole of this area. Looks a bit ridiculous to be honest, but you know. So I'm just dabbing that in with the ring finger just because it's more gentle. So I'm gonna set the eyeshadow primer, and I've got a Maybelline palette. This is called Burgundy Bar. I thought it's great for autumn. And it tells you like in different ways you can use the colours. Like you can use them in squares or across or in twos. I'm just gonna have a little play. So I'm gonna take this shade here and pop it on the lid itself, just to set that eye primer. And this is a sort of taupey brown, gonna be a bit smoky, I suppose. Just blend it out. This is a Real Techniques base shadow brush. Yes, it's nice for laying on colours and for blending them as well. Just gonna pop on some lip balm real quick. This is the Clinique Sweet Pots Sugar Scrub and Lip Balm, and this is in the colour Sweet Rose. Just gonna use the lip balm side, obviously. It kind of unscrews. It's really nice actually. Make sure it's nice and hydrated. Mixed in with foundation, yum. Right, next I'm gonna take a little bit of this colour here. It looks like purpley, but kind of a muted purple, and it's got a little flecks of gold in it as well. And this is gonna go on the outer V of my eye. Just love the autumnal tone of it. And then I'll blend it with that base shadow brush again. I'm just sort of blending it up and out. I've just layered that up again. I've just taken it a little bit further in, but I'm kind of making like a triangle. So it's kind of going from halfway in my eye, but getting thicker as it goes up, because this really smokes it out. That flat brush was the Mercier eye colour brush. Another flat brush, the Urban Decay flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take the gold that is next to the colour I've just used, and that is going to go on the inner part of my eye. It's like a bronzy sort of gold, but it's still light enough. That's really pretty. And that's just joining up with the other colour that we put on. My station is already a mess. So I'm gonna take that sort of taupey brown I had before underneath my eyes. Just join it up with the edge of the makeup. And I'm gonna mix it with this second colour here. Again, it's like kind of a bronzy colour, and it's got shimmer in it as well, which is quite nice, because everything else we want matte, but we can put shimmer in the eyes. Just blend the edge of it again. That really smokes out the lower lash line. I've got a really mini brush now. This is the Urban Decay tight line brush. I'm going to take this really deep purple that's on the end. It almost looks black, and this is going to run very close to my lash line. And slightly outwards to deepen the lash line as well. And blend it with that smaller smudgy brush that we use for underneath the eyes. I'm also going to take a bit of that colour underneath the eye again. And there's nothing on this brush right now, it's just there just to blend the edges, that's all. I'm going to take this lightest gold colour and pop that right in the middle of my eye. And in here, in the most inside point of my eye. I'm using that buffing blending brush, and I'm going to take the lightest shade in the palette, and this, just tapped off the excess, is just going to go under the brow bone. Oh, that's a nice bit of shimmer. Wow, that's shimmery. Slightly in here as well. Woo! blend a bit of that off. And now I'm going to take a little bit of gel eyeliner. This is the Bobbi Brown Black Ink gel liner and a Real Techniques fine liner brush. And I'm going to line my eyes. So I've gone all the way in, but I'm keeping it quite fine at the moment. Connor has almost been gone for 2 months. At the moment, the time has actually gone pretty fast, I've got to say. I'm actually quite impressed of how I've been, if I may say so myself, because normally I just thought I'd be a bit more emotional. I've had one day, to be specific, kind of one evening where I've really been a bit down, but I was watching The Greatest Showman on telly, and I don't know, it makes me think of him because we've seen it together a couple of times. And I love that film so much. Yeah, I just started crying. But you know, otherwise, it's okay. And I've got a little package for him set up. I'm gonna send it today. I've just winged it out really slightly just to elongate the eye. And I think that's enough for me, really. I'm happy with that. Mascara wise, I've got the Lash Freak Mascara by Urban Decay. This mascara is friggin' awesome. However, I do find a lot of the time there's like so much residue, which is kind of annoying. So I do scrape most of it off onto the mascara base. But the effect that the mascara gives is really, really good. Really elongating. I love the design of it as well because it's like flat on the bottom and the spikes on the top and the side, which I find really unique. I don't know another mascara that's like that. And it really pushes them up. Sorry. Oh, it's a hedge trimmer now. You guys are in for a treat. Like, I think after one coat, that is pretty insane of how good that mascara is. Yeah, so I've actually been working a lot. Like, I got a new job when I moved here. Like last week, I ended on 49 hours. I didn't realise I'd be working this much, but it is good. It definitely keeps me distracted. And I'm busy a lot, so running around constantly. I will come back to the under eyes because I want to do concealer, and I'm going to do that now. So again, the Stay Naked concealer, and this is in 30NN, and this is a super long wearing concealer again, and this is going to take away all the tiredness out of my eyeballs. And the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm sort of stamping this in, getting it right in there as well. I'm going to put a small amount on my nose. Obviously that's the thing that rubs off the most when it comes to a mask. So I don't want to put too much product on there, but because it is such a long staying product, I want to put a little bit on because otherwise it looks weird if I've got makeup around my nose and not on my nose. Do a little bit around my eyebrows. I like it when it's just sharp on the edges. So Wales are actually going into a mini lockdown very, very shortly. I might post this, it might have already happened, so I won't be doing my makeup or anything. Of course there's Halloween as well, which just sucks. But you know, there is the rest of the UK that aren't in lockdown and hopefully won't go into it, but you never know. Also, maskne is a thing now, isn't it? Everyone's saying about bringing you out in spots, especially if you wear it all day for work. Very annoying. Okay, so another layer of something to help everything stay together is powder. I'm going to powder pretty much the entirety of my face. So I have a mini Laura Mercier little translucent powder, which is an amazing powder for powdering. Should I try and say powder again? I'm going to take it on this setting brush by Real Techniques. I'm just dusting that off, and I'm going to bounce it all over my skin so I'm not swooping any of it around, especially on my nose and the under eye. I'll just put a little bit on my forehead. I don't want a lot on my forehead. And my mask sits right underneath my chin, and I've even got a fold over the little bit here because it gets too big. So powder's going there too. I'm not used to being this matte, but it does work. I have tested. I used the silver shampoo today and I absolutely love the smell of it. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember what brand it is, but I really like the smell. I'm still digging this hair, I'm loving it. digging. I never say that word. I don't know why I did. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring, sculpting, and this is the Collection Contour and Highlight Kit. And there's a really decent amount of product in here. It says 10 grams, so I guess it's 5 each because it looks like a half-half. And I'm going to take the contour brush by Real Techniques and dip in very slightly, because I think the payoff is actually really good. Yeah, I'm just dabbing it. And then circular motions. Quite really good actually. I think I put too much on my cheek there. Just get that into the hairline. So I've kind of gone in the dip of my cheekbone, but also onto the cheekbone itself, doing a little bit of contouring and bronzing, because it's quite a nice tone. Now I've got a MAC blush. This is in Harmony, and this is matte by MAC. Same brush, just on the apples, and push back into the contour slash bronzer. And then on that setting brush I put the powder on. I'm going to take the little highlighter in here. You can still be glowy, but a powder form. So it's almost like a light pink highlight, this one. It's very nice actually. Right, so let's put a little bit of mascara underneath. Oh, it didn't come out too bad that time. I used to hate my lashes as a kid and teenager. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I used to actually trim them with scissors. I cannot believe I used to do that. I love long under eyelashes. Like when someone has them, I'm like, yes, I'm ready to hit the town. But I can't because we're in lockdown. Oh, that rhymed. How sad is that? So now I'm just taking off the excess of the lip balm. So my lips should be nice and hydrated. And this is my favourite part. You can wear a lipstick underneath a mask, and those liquid lipsticks are the ones to get. So you know that trend when everyone was like wearing them a few years back? It was probably quite a while ago now. I love this. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the colour Seductress, number 65. And what I do basically is I actually take off quite a lot of it, pretty much kind of layer it, and the secret is also to dab it as well. Oh, it smells like sweets. It smells so good. Also, I don't rub my lips together when I put it on, because I think it affects the way it dries down. Just need now a little bit more so you can go back in. Just take off the edge. Honestly, it smells so good. And they've got a lot of colours as well. So yeah, then what I do is get a little bit of tissue and just blot it. So we get off all of the excess product that isn't going to dry properly. I think I'm actually going to leave it at one layer, but you can layer it up if you want to. If you've got something that needs a little bit more pigmentation, you can just layer it up. Then my last final tip is setting spray, setting spray, setting spray, because it works. And the one I love obviously is the Urban Decay one. The Morphe one's supposed to be amazing. I'm sure you can find a lot more online. Give it a good shake, and this will just help everything stay on for like 24 hours or 12-hour wear. I think these are 14-hour wear. 14? I worked for them. I should know this. That's bad. 16 hours. Oh, terrible. Spritz as little or as much as you want. I don't like too much because then I'm like feeling like I've got a wet face, but here we are. I said not too much, and then that felt like a million sprays. That will help everything sink into each other, melt into each other, stick on for ages. Just make sure it's properly dry before you put your mask on. Let me actually go get my mask. So there we have it, guys. My mask-friendly makeup tutorial. I'm gonna pop my mask on so I can, around my earrings. Earrings aren't fun to wear when you're doing this. So yeah, the eyes still speak. It looks kind of nice, and then you can just take it off. And oh, mask holder. And then yeah, this won't budge, and I love it so much. It's amazing. If I'm being completely honest, obviously, I think no matter what you do, a bit of your nose is gonna smudge, and you're gonna have to expect that because it's product at the end of the day. It's not supposed to be on your skin, but this helps it stop. It helps it stop doing that. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and a subscribe to my channel because it really supports it. I've really enjoyed doing this for you guys. I hope that you've taken away something from it. I hope it was helpful. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.